All right, so Dino Jump asked about doing an accidental damage waiver. This is how I have it set up. And I think it's the best way possible. I have a checkbox here. I put it under my event section. Um, but checkbox here, and then I have the bold what it is, and then a brief explainer of what it covers. If I'm being honest, I leave it unchecked because if I get the extra money, great. But my prices are high enough that if something happens, it's just a cost of business. I just want to cover if someone intentionally does something, whatever. But I generally don't tell anybody anything. I just cover, get it fixed. Cost of business. But anyway, you can add this in. I still bring in a lot of money, leaving it unchecked. But if you want to have it checked automatically, then that's fine too. But this is how video will show you how you're gonna do this right here, and then I'll show you. This is kind of what it looks like in mobile, a little bit bigger there. Okay, so the first thing you're going to go into is you're going to go into your settings and optional fields, and you're going to add an optional field. I named mine accidental damage waiver, that way I knew what it was, but I just left it at that. I didn't go in any further than that. If you want to do the explainer in here, then you can. I think it looks ugly, so I go in and change some stuff on my own, and I'll show you how I'm doing that as well. So we have the accidental. I leave mine unchecked. You can have it default to check. This is where you change it. I leave mine unchecked. I apply a fee, the accidental damage waiver fee. I try to title it similar so that I know what I'm linking it to. The form type is checkbox, and then here you're going to choose what pages you want to put it on. I put it on both the quote, and you click add here, and then the other one, and click add. This should change to remove. Like these here, I don't have it on here, so it says add because they're not on there. And then it doesn't really matter where you put it if you're gonna move it like I do. But I have it set to the optional field. So that's the accidental damage waiver, the checkbox, and then we're gonna go into the fees. You're gonna go settings and promotions and fees, and then you're gonna add a new one. You should know how to do that pretty easy. But then, accidental waiver, I put add 7%. I'm not entirely, that way when it pops up on the quote, it says 7% fee. It just breaks it down for them. You can add a description of what it is, but only you see that. We do how many and how much. I do like a huge 99999 events. That means they have to hit this many events for it to apply. No one will ever do that I'm aware of. It's always valid. And then I also apply when that checkbox I created is checked. Is this how much? Is it 7% fee on rental? So you can do 7% fee on total if you want. But I tell people they're not paying for 7% fee on my labor, so they're not. So I only apply it to the rentals. I make mine taxable. I've gotten in trouble tax-wise, so I just tax everything, and I hate that I have to do that because it's not whatever. But I found it's way easier for me in my business. Anyway, do what's good for you. Automatically recalculate and allow it to be with other fees and stuff, and then you save and close. Okay. So now you've applied it to your checkbox. You're going to go up to settings, pages and templates. So I tried to have these pages because my computer is kind of slow. And then you're going to go down and you're going to do this to both your WP checkout and your quote request page. But I don't really use this very much, and I don't know that it matters. So I just do it all to my WP checkout page. So it'll open up. And then you want to go into codes. This is if you want to change the placement and add wording and stuff to it. This is the more advanced. You could stop where you're at if you go the easier route. But you do the code view. And then I do Control F and type in See here, it comes up right there. I take and copy this whole div. I copy it, and then I paste it where I want it. So I wanted it with my other stuff. So this is my refer field. So I come over here in my page and I say, okay, referred by. I want it below the referred by. So I find the referred by and put the code underneath that. Remember, you could mess it up if you don't put this in the right spot. So make sure you're doing this right. So once I've copied and pasted the code, I'll go in and I add in my extra coding. So I want the title of the fee to be bold, so I put strong and strong here. And then this here doesn't need to be strong, so I don't have anything around it. It's just 4 additional whatever. That's my description of what the fee is. That's all within that label. And then I save and close, and that's what gets me this fee here. You cannot make it a required one. You can only default it to checked or unchecked. If you have it defaulted to checked, then it'll apply that fee every time unless they uncheck it. I don't do the required because I might as well just add it into my rental cost if I'm requiring everyone to have it. But if I want to give them the option, this is what I do. I think that's everything. Let me double check the question, make sure I answered all of them. It's a really simple video, really simple process. Moving the code around is the most advanced. You can always message me privately and I'll be happy to help with how to do it. Sorry. This is taking longer than I wanted to. I'll get a new computer here soon. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to answer the rest of these questions in the comments video. That's going to be the easiest thing to do.